Yo, look who it is. It is your favorite duo when it comes to the sports media thing. A little like Shawn Michaels and Triple X, DX, really, because people want to keep us out the buildings. Look at this guy showing off some old things, but it's all right. We're here for you Monday night. It's a lot going on. Two Monday night football games wrapped up. Two, you got the NLCS, ALCS game 1 and 2 wrapped up. It was a great Monday, and now you finish it with a bang. So make sure that you guys tell your folks to come check us out. Mykell, Elam, we are the Misfits. What's up, Elam?
Yo, watch. You know who it is. It's your guy Elam. You turned in to the tightest tag team 10 on this side of the galaxy. Listen, we are the Misfits, where we encourage you not to fit in, but find a way to stand out. And stand out we do. Listen, we hot in these streets. I'm your boy 5-star E.
Five-star
This is
E.
Mykell. This is Mykell the PG. We got a great show lined up for you. We got a little bit of political talk. Some things that you need to know. Now, we're not gonna tell you what to think, but we will inform, we will educate. But we got a lot lined up for you today.
Yeah, man. This is the show where we give our talks and opinions, and we truly appreciate you guys for being here with us. So, of course, as always, we start things off in LA and talk LA sports. And the biggest news in LA sports tonight is the Los Angeles Dodgers pick up a NLCS Game 1 victory. 2-1 over the Brewers. Your boy Blake Snell said, "Lock them up,
Snell Villa,
lock them up."
Snell Villa.
And he had an amazing game. And Freddie Freeman, that guy has created a just a lore. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to his time in LA as a Dodger, and he is a big now. He's like Robert Ory, I feel, kind of like Ory was in that three-peat. That's what Freddie Freeman
He's
is.
treading on like Fernando Valenzuela territory, bro.
Oh, okay.
He's Clayton Kershaw in the regular season. He's Kike Hernandez in the postseason.
Okay.
Um, it's an amazing thing to watch. It's crazy because in the playoffs we have a Clayton Kershaw and a Japanese version of Clayton Kershaw, because I have absolutely no idea what the heck happens to Shohei Ohtani in the postseason. But we're not gonna worry about it. We're gonna hold him down. He's gonna get going eventually. He has to, because he's too freaking good. But Blake Snell, man, you know what I'm saying? 8 innings or 7 innings of dynamic
10
pitching.
strikeouts. Oh my God.
Dynamic. I want to say he retired like 16 straight, 15 straight. But that's what we need, because you trying to get the bullpen involved in this series. When I saw Blake trying to come in for Roki Sasaki, actually when Roki gave up those two, he put two base runners on. I'm like, man, hold on to your yarmulkes, grab your koofies, because we are getting ready to go on a ride. Blake Trinan comes in, gets 1 out. That's all we needed. And guess what, Mykell? I told you. I said, if the Dodgers win a World Series, it's going to be because of the bullpen. And this right here is going to be the seminal moment that shifts things in the bullpen. It's going to calm it down. Watch.
Hey, and it has to be because of the bullpen, because as you know, in playoff baseball, things get a little tighter and tougher each game. And you come out, the offense hasn't really been booming, kind of like they were last year. So you need your pitching to be on point. So Blake Snell saying, lock them up, doing his part, pitching. You're like, okay, but they can't get enough offense. And they're letting the Brewers hang around, and they tie the game up. And it's like, oh, what's going to happen?
Whoa. I'm not going to sit up here and let you say that there was no offense, because Max Muncy dang near hit a grand slam. And there was a bogus play where I didn't know whether or not he was out, whether, you know what I'm saying, it was a force out. And Teo Hernandez, man. Like last year, Teo was good. This year is bad Teo. I'm kind of thinking like he's a liability having him out,
Okay.
especially out in the field. On the base path, man. I'm like, you can't allow that to happen. You cannot allow that to happen.
Yeah, Teo has had some moments that have you scratching your head. But the chat is already going up. You got people saying Brewers in 5. You think they about to win 4 straight? You're
You
out of
know
your
what?
mind.
The person saying that is a San Francisco Giants fan. So I know every last one of these wins that you see the
Urkel.
Dodgers win is killing you inside. It's like twisting a knife inside of your jugular. You know what I'm saying? You're getting Charlie Kirk.
Ooh, that's tough. That's tough. FCC don't cancel us. But yeah, man, the Dodgers, they pick up a great victory. Great way to start off the NLCS there on the road with that win. And now they're gonna be back at it. Baseball is like this. They back
Yeah,
at
come
it in
on.
game
And we
2.
need that.
Yeah.
We need that. We
No,
need
yeah,
that.
they got to
I need
keep the
come on.
momentum going. What are you looking for tomorrow to help the Dodgers possibly go up 2-0 heading back to Los Angeles?
I need Shohei, the top of the order, man, like 1 through 3. You know, I need Shohei, Mookie, and if they put Teoscar back out there, Teoscar to get going. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
cannot go collectively 0 for 12 or 1 for 14. Like that cannot happen. So much of the momentum is brought when Shohei is going and Mookie, you know what I'm saying, is able to to build off of that. So I just need Shohei to get going, man. Shohei gets going, we'll start having a ton of crooked letters in innings. And I just believe in this pitching staff, man. Like this pitching staff is all world. Blake Snell showed it again tonight.
Yeah.
If we're able to get 7 innings, 8 innings out of our starting pitching, I like our chances, man.
Yeah, and I'm with you, man. I would like to see the bats catch fire because, even if the pitching is great, if the offense isn't adding runs to kind of give the pitching some distance, then you got to fully trust on this bullpen to be your saving grace. And I'm just not sure you can count on them consistently. Nearly gave one up today. We'll see what's going to happen tomorrow. But if the offense can do what they do and the starting pitching can play as well as they have played towards the end of the season and now in the postseason, that's when the Dodgers can nearly look damn near impossible. But if not, they're going to keep the Brewers around and they're going to have an opportunity to, shall I say, steal a game before they go to Los Angeles. So it's going to be interesting to see
Hey,
what's going to
real
happen.
quick, I know producer Ben hates when I deviate and detour, but did you hear about the Angels in Tyler Skaggs, the civil case?
No, yeah, that is that's a crazy situation there. But we got to see exactly because the Angels might actually win on that side of it all. But I'm just waiting to see, and I'm not really diving too deep because I'm like, hey, let me let the courts figure that out. Just like the case when it comes to the famous rap stars. But I'm kind of like, hey, let's see what's going to happen. I trust in the court system that they're going to do what's deserving and what's best when it comes to Skaggs' family and the Angels. So I can't
So
wait to see
this
more.
right here might be the reprieve. It might be the release. It might be the blessing that Angel fans have been waiting for. You know what I'm saying? Tyler Skaggs' family is suing for like $785 million.
Yeah,
It's something
crazy.
astronomical.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But the communications director was giving Tyler Skaggs and other people in the organization fentanyl. And that's what
Mhm.
Tyler overdosed on.
Yeah.
He gets sentenced to 22 years in prison. Now, this is the caveat that made like my ears pick just a little bit. I'm like,
Okay.
the Angels were paying for his defense, and they're still paying for his defense, right?
Yeah.
So the dude is going to have to serve 22 fed time. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I might throw some money on his commissary if I'm feeling generous. But in the event that this civil case is awarded in the favor of Skaggs' family,
Mhm.
your boy Artie Moreno is gonna have to sell.
No, yeah. Ownership is gonna have to switch gears. But from what I've been reading, people they're like it can really go either way. So it's gonna be interesting. And the fact that the team is supporting, their guy is kind of like wow. Where if you're the Skaggs family, it's like, man, what's going on? But yeah,
As an Angels fan, how are you? Not a journalist,
yeah.
as
If
an
you can get
Angels fan.
if you can get Artie out of there, I don't give a damn if I go there and I slip on a quarter and break my neck and I can get money to get Artie Moreno out of there. You want that to happen, but you do want justice to be served. So if it was some shady business going on with the Angels, you hope that the Skaggs family can get,
Well, it's not a matter if the dude was found,
no, yeah,
criminally complicit.
guilty, yeah. But if the Angels knew and we're just letting it slide, like justice deserved to be served there. And if they were oblivious to it all, because they're a big organization, they're a team that has money, they might make some things happen. It's so be it. But anything
If
to
you could
get Art
choose,
Moreno out of here.
if you could choose any ownership group, you can't be Magic and Mark Walters because he owns the Dodgers. But if you could have any ownership group come in and buy the
Yeah.
Angels, who would it be?
Ooh, hey, I'm about to make you mad. Let's go, Braun. If Braun can get together a team and
Oh,
say, "Hey,
y'all forever losing.
I want to
Y'all
own a
forever.
baseball
Not
team.
only are y'all forever losing,
The
y'all
Angels are
getting
down the street. Let's go and get the Halos to be our first purchase, which we have them. Then we go get a team in basketball in Vegas. That will be something different.
you
So
know
that
what?
that'd be
It's
crazy.
crazy because the rumors, the murmurs surrounding the Angels
Yeah.
and vitamins that give you superpowers,
See, they're gonna make the players better. You're gonna be like, dang, why they got 5 players hitting 50 plus homers? It's gonna be like, hey, we got kingdom juice. And
so I
kingdom
got a
juice,
question. I got a
yeah.
question. Would you celebrate making it to 10 straight World Series and only winning 4?
Yeah, baseball different than basketball. If you make
Would
it
you
to
celebrate
10,
that though?
I would
Would you?
celebrate, yes. In baseball,
So
because
you a Bron fan? You a
no,
Bron
I'm
fan?
not. I'm
You
saying
are.
in
You a Bron fan?
baseball, you know the truth. In
I
baseball, it's
don't
tougher
celebrate. I don't
to make
celebrate
World
not winning
Series.
a ring. I don't celebrate that.
But winning 4, if the Angels win 4 of the next 10 World Series, I am going to be going up because they won 4 championships. But because it's not basketball, if it's basketball, you're expected to make it as a great player and win. Baseball is about teams. So if your team can make 10, you're good to go. But let's see what's going to happen in that situation. It's going to be very unique. But we got to get to the gridiron, baby. The Rams and Chargers, they both pick up some victories this week. And we'll start with the Los Angeles Rams. They go in to Baltimore. You expect them to blow them out, but they had their struggles early. But then they get a big stop late in that second quarter, keeping the Ravens out of the end zone. Then the momentum starts to shift there to where, boom, they score a touchdown on their first drive in the third quarter. They get, cause a turnover and then score another touchdown. And that's pretty much all you need to beat the Ravens. And that's what happened. But the only worrisome thing, is Puka Nacua hurts his ankle and he may have to miss some time. But they do pick up a bounce back victory after losing to the 49ers. What was your thoughts on what you saw, Eli?
First off, I gotta acknowledge the chat. The Bumba Cop Bombers. That's freaking hilarious.
That's hard. I like it.
But so go check out my article that I wrote for the Sporting Tribune. You can find it. I centered my article around that goal line stand at the end of the first half. That's what shifted all the momentum because prior to that, the Rams were looking poo cheese.
Yep.
They looked like they were on the verge of going down, another game in the NFL, NFC West, which they could ill afford.
Yeah.
And they were able to stop Mark Andrews with Baltimore's rendition of tush push, which was absolutely atrocious.
Atrocious.
And
Oh
then
my god.
Jared Verse. Listen to me. Jared Verse is going to the Hall of Fame. I'm calling it in his second
That
year.
wow. Okay.
Jared Verse is going to the Hall of Fame. The dude is only getting stronger. He's only getting bigger. He stopped Derrick Henry pretty much by himself, which is a
That was a hell
tall
of a play.
task.
Yeah.
And then in the second half, you got BY getting two sacks. Jared got a sack. Zay Flowers, 2 fumbles on the day, which didn't really hurt my fantasy team because in the 2 leagues that I have them in is 2 wins. But that and our favorite African American,
Okay.
Nate Landman,
Oh yeah.
continues to make plays.
The
That dude right there.
landman. Yeah. The
Listen, the
landman is a
landman can.
problem. Yeah,
The
the landman
landman can.
is a problem, and the defense is going to keep them in a lot of games. It's just what can the offense do without Puka if he's going to be out for a little bit? Devontae Adams got to get it together because he's been dropping some
But
balls
that's
where he got to figure that. I got him on fantasy. I need him the ball,
so
but
I
he
have him
has
on
been
fantasy
dropping the
too.
ball. Yeah,
It's crazy because he did have 2, I would say, egregious drops coming from Devontae Adams. But I tweeted this out. If Matthew Stafford and Devontae Adams, if they were able to synchronize their connection, Devontae Adams would lead the league in touchdown receptions. Devontae Adams is open. It's just on one play, Matthew might lead him too far on the corner route, or he throws it a little bit too high, or Devontae isn't able to, come down with the ball. Devontae is open, and Matthew is seeing him. They just haven't connected. And it's still early. It's still early. I guarantee you, the second half of the season, that is going to be a lethal connection.
And I hate to see players get hurt because you want to see the best players on the field as a journalist, as a fan. But I think this could be a low-key a blessing in disguise, like you're mentioning. This is going to allow time for Stafford to really hone in with Devontae Adams to say, hey, if Puka's out for a couple weeks, you're the guy. You're going to get 15, 17 targets. Let's get this going so that when Puka comes back, it's like, man, I got him going, either way with Puka or Devontae Adams, which will open this offense up. It will open up Tutu. It will open up, the tight ends.
Xavier. It will open
Smith.
Up Jay Witt.
Yeah. It'll open up just the entire offense if they can get Devontae going the way that we know he can be, especially when he's catching the football. So if Puka has to miss some time, let's look into that because I believe you're going to see the running game rolling. I know Blake Corum went down, but he was able to come back. So him and Kyron. And then if Devontae Adams can be that type of guy that they truly need him to be, man, it's going to be the best the offense has looked because you didn't really have a super healthy Cooper Kupp with Puka doing his thing. So if Puka can be healthy and Devontae's going off, man, it makes him one of the most potent offenses in the NFL. So that's why this injury can kind of be a blessing in disguise. So it won't be so Puka heavy. It can be like, hey, Devontae, let's figure this out.
And for those of you out there who are watching who say, you know what, training camp doesn't matter, preseason doesn't matter. Matthew Stafford and Devontae Adams has 0 time together.
Yeah.
And it has shown up until this point. You know what I'm saying? They're off just a little bit. But I believe in the professionalism and the skill set in both of them that as the season, wanes on and progresses on, that they'll be able to figure it out. Like, as you said, I agree.
Yeah.
This could be a blessing in disguise for the Rams. So I'm intrigued to see what the Rams are able to do moving forward.
Yeah, so shout out to the Rams. They get a victory every win. It's tough in NFL, so you want to get them. And speaking of tough wins, shout out to the Los Angeles Superchargers. They pick up a win. Dicker the kicker goes 5 for 5. Go Chargers. Yeah, shout out Arnold. But Dicker the kicker goes 5 for 5. He makes his 2 extra points, so that's 7 field goals made in that game.
Kicking the dick.
and they come back and they pick up that victory where at one point it looked bleak. It's like, yo, Tua driving on them. Are they gonna get a chance? And Justin Herbert and that team made enough plays to go and get a win. It wasn't the way that they wanted to, but they made it happen. They were without Quentin Johnston, but it looks like, Lab McConkey has found his way.
Hold on. I'm not gonna let you just gloss over that, because didn't you say this dude was missing? He had been figured out that
They figured him out,
he
but
wasn't getting
Quentin
open.
Johnson wasn't there. They had to throw it to somebody.
Listen, I told you. I said Justin Herbert is going to get on the same page with everybody, and that there are too many weapons. With Quentin going off, it's kind of taken away from the amount of targets and the attention, because Lab was getting bracketed. That's what was happening. Lab was getting bracketed. But with Quentin going down, it's like I gotta get to my guy. And so it was a ton of choice routes, a ton of specifically outbreaking routes that Lab was getting. And Justin Herbert, as he's getting ready to get sacked, he shakes it off and finds Lab McConkey for the ceiling catch reception. You know what I'm saying? And I keep trying to tell you, man, Justin, listen, I'm not gonna say I'm on the Justin Herbert hype train, but the skill set, the talent is too much. The dude has
it's always
MVP
been there.
caliber talent.
It's always been there. It's just like, what can you do when the going gets tough? And he has to show up when the games really matter. Going to Miami and win, the expectation was that
that's what you're supposed to do.
You're supposed to go and do that. So they made it happen. It was tough. But he threw 264.
Shout out to Kimani Vidal.
Oh, Vidal went crazy. 124. He's more of a scat back with speed, but he showed, hey, you can trust me with 18 carries. He had a few catches.
I told you about that hardball offensive line, man. I told you. You're going to start listening to me one of these days.
No, they beat the Dolphins, bro. That's why I can't get too excited.
It's still a win. It's still a win in the NFL, bro.
They beat the 1-5 Dolphins, and I expected them to take care of business. And you want to see them continue to stack up wins, because the Denver Broncos, they're 4-2 after picking up a victory. And that other team that we're gonna have to talk about is doing some things. But shout out to the Chargers, big time win there in Miami. Now they move forward, looking to keep these wins going, man, because you got to try to stack these wins up. The AFC is wide open. We saw today on Monday Night Football.
I mean, not the Chiefs. The Bills lost today over in Atlanta. So 4-2 right now is, it's right there at the precipice.
Yeah, everybody they are tied. They are tied,
with the exception of Tampa Bay. With the exception of Tampa Bay, they're 5-1. But the best teams in the league right now are 4-2.
Yeah, so it's been some good football. So let's run through this week 6 as we saw it. Of course, to start off, the Giants pick up a big victory versus the Eagles.
Eagles cry.
Eagles cry. Hey, I had Eagle fans DMing me like, bro, man, we gonna be all right.
I absolutely love it. Listen, AJ Brown and Devontae Smith look like they on the sideline talking about Jalen Hurts like this dude is poo cheese.
Man.
And I absolutely love it, man. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, so shout out to them. Of course, the Broncos, they win a stinker 13-11 over the Jets.
It wasn't a stinker, it was a defensive battle. It was a defensive battle.
Watching that man Fields play football, it makes me want to puke. What did old girl say? What did Alfalfa read when they made up the letter?
Dear Darla, I hate your stinking gut. You make me vomit. You're the scum between my toes.
I have that letter prepared to send to the Jets about Justin Fields. That man
negative 10 passing yards on a game is wild work.
Is a running back. Like we always joke with people, that dude is truly a running back. And remember, you can always comment. Let us know what your thoughts are. Fantasy football, welcome back. And he wants to see if we have TikTok and IG.
We've been on TikTok and IG before. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We've done it.
So lock in with us. But continue through this, running through week 6. The Colts pick up a victory. Daniel Jones continuing to play well. That's who the Chargers got to see next in LA. They let one slide. They said breaking news: the CIA will replace all torture footage with Jets games. So don't get arrested for anything crazy. They're going to sit and let you watch Justin Fields throw a football for an entire game. So that is going to be tough. Shout out to the champion. Somebody said the Brewers will win it all.
Hey, how's it feel? How's it feel, champion? We came into your trap and made it our own. Hey, your guys not winning nothing. Dodgers in 6.
Hey, only champion we rock with is Kerry champion. That's it. But the Patriots, they knock off the Saints, man. That boy Drake May, he might be like the hottest Drake in it. He might be the hottest Drake in the world right now, man.
He's looking like one of those ones.
Yeah, he's doing some great things. Mike Vrabel over there got them looking right. The Steelers sitting in first place.
Oh man, A-Rod. A-Rod.
They knock off the Browns 23-9. The Cowboys, they're going to
hold on. What did Shedeur Sanders have to do in order to get into the game, bro? Because Dylan Gabriel stinks, bro.
Yeah, Dylan, he's like super regular. I think they're going to give Dylan like 4 to 5 games and then be like, all right, that don't
4 or 5 games. Like you give him one more half. The crazy part is he's as small. I want to say he's as small as Kyler Murray,
but he's
not that athletic.
Yeah,
he can't. He's not as accurate as Drew Brees, who was diminutive. But Dylan Gabriel was a check down merchant in Oregon. You can't win like that in the NFL. You gotta be able to hit intermediate throws. You gotta be able to push the ball downfield. And Dylan Gabriel isn't able to do it. My thing is, just like Jalen Ramsey said, put Shedeur in. I don't know why they won't give this.
You know why? Because they like Shedeur gonna throw me the ball. He gonna throw them interception. You just getting sacked and throwing ducks. He gonna throw me interception. So put him in the game. I need some interceptions to get a payday. But I just think they both stink. Right now, we're seeing that Dylan Gabriel stink. We're going to eventually see that Shedeur stinks as well, and the Browns have to get it together.
So if Shedeur gets in the game and he looks like he belongs, you already owe me your beard. You owe me eyebrows. No, I said all the way off.
All the way? Oh, that's easy.
I said all the way up. So Shedeur gets in the game, he balls out. What's the recompense?
Let me see. Maybe I'll wear a 49er jersey and go out on the street and walk around and I go Niners, bang bang, something like that. Okay. But I don't expect Shedeur to do anything, so I'm not worrying about that. But pushing forward, the Cowboys, they gonna cowboy and they fall to the Panthers.
How about them Cowboys?
That boy Rico said, "Hey, I can't wait to see y'all," and he went.
Said, I got something for you.
And the Panthers are at 500. Who would have thunk it that they will be at 500 at this point? So shout out to the Panthers.
It made me think about that meme. Look at us. Look at us.
Yeah, look at us. Look at us. So shout out to what they're saying to the JV team in the chat. The Seahawks, they look really good. That division over there is spooky.
I ain't worried about that.
With the Niners, Rams, and Seahawks, but they knock off. I told you last week, Jacksonville, I don't believe nothing they do. That was just, the Chiefs had 13 penalties, 109 yards. You aren't supposed to even be close in that game, and they barely lost by 3. The boys lose 20-12 at home. The Titans, they're supposed to go in Vegas and get a dub, but they lose.
Wait. Who they lose to? The Raiders.
Hey, somebody said a great take. Shout out to Champion. They say Shedeur is a poor man's Quincy Carter. I like it. They know ball. But moving it forward, the Raiders pick up a win. Geno Smith, who may be very Quincy Carter-like as well, helps the Raiders pick up that win. The Packers, they come back from their bye. They knock off the Bengals. The Bengals continue to stink without Joe Burrow. And then, of course, the game of the week I felt was the Buccaneers Niners, and the Buccaneers look legit.
No.
The Buccaneers
Oh
look
my gosh.
legit. The Niners, it just something just didn't look right. And the Buccaneers are able to finish them off 30 to
You know
19.
what it is? You know what you remember the movie The Color Purple, right?
Of course.
You remember when Celie was like, nothing good is gonna happen to you until you do right by me?
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, until the 49ers develop like a Colin Kaepernick award or do something to where they honor him or retire his jersey, the 49ers are freaking cursed, bro. Fred Warner, the game's best
Man,
linebacker,
I hated to see that.
dislocated and broken ankle out for the
Yeah.
year.
Oh, I
Oh my
hate to see
gosh.
that. It's gonna be hard. Like, let's see. I know that Shanahan is an amazing coach, but let's see. It's gonna be hard just with the
But the
injuries to
crazy,
the guys on
but this is
defense.
the thing about the game of the week. No Kittle, no Ayuk, no Slick Rick.
Yeah.
You know, Juwan, he's got broken ribs. No Fred Warner, no Bosa, no Glock Purdy. They only lose by 11. So if they're able to turn some things around and get somewhat healthy, how good could the 49ers be? I don't know. But like I said,
Hey,
the NFC West is the Rams division to lose.
yes, it has been the last couple years, and we always said it. Shout out to the chat. They said the Bucks were crippled too, and that's true. They've been dealing with some guys being out, and I like this new nickname for the Niners, 6-7s. I like it. If you know, you know. But the 6-7s is a cool name, and I gotta before we switch back to LA. You know, I gotta talk my chefs because my boy Elam had us buried, dead, with nothing to our names.
Hold on. The season ain't over yet.
Oh, of
and
course.
and from right now, you guys still are in third place in your division.
But I'm telling you this, and it's gonna sound crazy, Elam, but this 3-3 team looks better than the Chiefs that were 5-1. I know the records don't make sense, but I'm more confident in this team because the offense just looks dominant. Like 30 points, 28 points, and 30 points in the last 3 games. You get Rashee Rice back next week. No one thought they were going to beat Detroit. It was like, oh, Detroit about to run them up. Chiefs not going to be able to keep up. The defense slowed down Detroit. The offense, play well. And I told you, if they don't beat themselves with a pick 6 at the 1-yard line and 13 penalties, they can beat anybody. And you saw that team. They had the Lions want to fight after the game. Brian Branch got suspended. Sleeping. Hey, you slept my guy Juju, man.
So you're a competitor. You're a competitor. And I know, I don't know if you're a big trash talker, but I've gotten a lot of texts in games and gotten tossed out of a lot of games.
Yeah.
If you could fight anybody in the NBA, if you could fight anybody in the NBA, who would you squabble with?
In the NBA?
Yeah.
I'm somebody. It's like I don't really dislike anybody in the league right now. So that would be a hard take right there. Bronny James, man. Let me get that Bronny.
Man.
Teach him a lesson.
That's soft.
No,
that's baby.
I wouldn't do that.
Give me Draymond. I need like the biggest trash talker, troll, bad boy of the NBA, man. Give me Draymond Green. Man, I think that would be
he ain't no fighter. You saw what he did.
He's not a fighter. He's not a fighter. He's not gonna Jordan Poole me though.
No, not at all. Won't let that happen. He's gonna see a Bob Weave come out. He's gonna be like, whoa. But shout out to the Chiefs. They pick up a big victory. Let's see. They got the Raiders coming up next week. The Falcons, once again, picks up the win tonight. Drake London, former Trojan. That man looked crazy.
Not former Trojan. He's not a former Trojan. He is a Trojan.
Man, he don't play for them no more.
He's still a Trojan. It don't matter.
Okay, I guess. Him and Jackson Dart, huh?
You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. You're not a part of the family, man. You're not a part of the family.
But shout out to the Falcons, Drake London. They did their thing. What's crazy? We're in a crazy sports world. Because when Mahomes lost to Trevor Lawrence, everybody was like, Trevor Lawrence is playing better than him. You can trust in Trevor Lawrence. My boy Josh Allen has lost back-to-back to Drake May and Michael Penix. And I guarantee you won't be hearing they're playing. People still got Josh Allen number one as their MVP vote right now. I want to hear.
So if you had an MVP vote, who are you voting for right now?
Baker Mayfield. That'll be easy. It's Baker, then it's Pat. Pat is right there on his heels. It's just the Chiefs are 3-3, but if they get to 5-3, 6-3 before the bye, it's gonna be Patrick Mahomes. But right now, Baker Mayfield, what he's playing with, he got me and you out there running routes and making plays.
I can run a few of them though. I give you 5 reps. That's about it.
Yeah, but you gotta catch the ball and do something with it.
Listen. These hands are 100%.
Hey,
they're
that's the video we're gonna have to shoot. Elam at the park.
Easy.
We gotta get the top high school corner in the area and see how many catches Elam get on him. I might get my guy Pole from the Lou. See what he do with you. But shout out to the Falcons, they get a win. And then Caleb Williams, 2-game winning streak.
Wait, what school Caleb Williams? What school Caleb Williams?
Oklahoma, the former Sooner gets the win. Not a former Trojan. He gets the win over Daniels and the Commanders. So it was a real productive week, week 6. Can't wait to see what next week brings. It's always going to be really good football. But speaking of really good football, we got to talk about it. Hey, LA is winning in the pros, and LA is winning in the college ranks because USC and UCLA smacked up these Michigan schools this weekend and made them feel it. So, man, we got to talk about it. And the chat going up. Shout out to the chat. You got some guys in there. Said, who are these guys? The only thing similar about these guys in LA hat and is the hair. Guy in the LA hat looks like Devontae Adams' great uncle. Hey, they taking shots, boy.
It's all good.
It's all out of love.
It's easy. It's easy to, shoot jokes when you don't have no profile picture. You know what I'm saying? You a little bot, bro.
Just like I tell people on X, if you gonna talk reckless, you better have some heart and let me know who you are. Cause I might just want to put up in your city, man. So just holler at us here with the Misfits.
Champion talking like he hot in Santa Clarita. You know what I'm saying? The mean streets of Santa Clarita.
That man is in the valley. We don't care about none of that beautiful stuff over there. But college football week 6 saw the LA squads pick up some big wins, and USC smacked up the Michigan Wolverines. And Elam, you were telling me earlier in the year, oh man, Michigan just gonna pound a rock on them and run all over them. But it did not go that way. The Trojans.
You know why? Because Devin Tompkins showed up. Tompkins showed up. The D tackle showed up, plugged the holes. Michigan just wasn't able to get things going. Not only that, they didn't stick with the run. I felt like they were passing like way too much. But I will eat crow. I am very much accountable when it comes to my takes. I picked Michigan to win on the Misfits pregame USC tailgate show. I was wrong. Hey, shout out to the Trojans, man. Shout them out.
No, yeah, the Trojans, man, pick up a great win. I told you, I'm on the bandwagon. We need to start getting that Heisman talk going for Jaden Mayava, and maybe I have to push it because that man is balling. Like, with the speed that he has out of the backfield, even with Wayman Jordan going down.
I wouldn't say he's balling. I would say Mykell Lemon is balling.
Yeah, but 25 for 32, 265 yards, 2 touchdowns. Mykell Lemon can't throw the ball to himself. And yes, sometimes you just got to give your guys an opportunity, and he's doing that. And I got to give a shout out to my favorite unsung hero of the season, probably in any sport, my man King Miller, a walk-on going 18 carries, 158 yards.
Give that man a scholarship right now.
Give him a scholarship. If you can go to all these places and make it rain, you need to make it rain on my guy King Miller, because that dude is a burst out of the backfield who helps complement this offense. It's with Wayman Jordan out. he can be a guy that you can lean on. Like the Trojans offense looks potent. If that defense can be consistent and make it tough on teams, we might be talking about the playoffs for the Trojans.
that's like a huge thing. If that defense could look, can be consistent, but King Miller, poor man's Reggie Bush. Dude is something, bro. He's electric. Every time he gets the ball, dude is electric. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have that finishing gear that Reggie Bush had, but you get him in open space, King is taking it to the house. Dude is special. Dude is special.
And he reminds me for you Trojan fans, we saw Mathieu, Clay Matthews go from a walk-on to, a really good player at SC to a really good player in the pros. I think King Miller is following down that line with the type of burst he has. And it's a joke fest in the chat, man. This dude champion, he got to be Kevin Hart because he got all the jokes tonight. I wish you can.
Last week it was fantasy football. This week is champion.
Yeah, it's champion. So hopefully he's a fantasy football champion, but his disrespect towards light skins is not going to cut it because I don't know where that whole
he said light skins with baby beards.
Hey, I don't know where that whole thing of light skin, like just because you're darker, you're tougher. That is a myth. And we know
no, it's not my burner. It's not my burner. My hands are right here.
That's funny though. But man, USC, they really showed out, man. And that was a hell of a victory, beating Michigan. After Michigan coach saying people are showing up because we coming. That's the only reason why they selling out. And they got smacked up in front of that sold out crowd.
Enough of that Trojan talk. Let's talk about the 2-game winning streak that the UCLA Bruins are on. Listen, it wasn't a one and done. They win 38-13 over Michigan State. Everybody said, UCLA didn't belong in the Big Ten. They up in the number 7 Penn State Nittany Lions last week and follow up with a win over Sparty.
Yeah.
What's going on over there in Westwood?
Man, once we got there, once the Misfits touched foot in that building, it seems like the energy changed. And they were like, hey, they here. We got to show out. They've been talking about us on their show. Let's shut them up. So since the Misfits been in the building, first there in Pasadena, it's like they woke up. And then they go to Michigan State and they smack them up. They just got a lot of things going for them right now. And man, Jerry Neuheisel, he has to get a lot of praise. It's like his youthful energy and exuberance just gives that offense that lift. And once the offense is going, the defense has been right there with it. And that's how you go and pick up 2 big-time victories going against Penn State and Michigan State. And I'm damn near more impressed with this one because it was on the road against Michigan State. They're just playing some good football. So they were saying, hey, this could lead to a run.
Does this game give you what Jerry Neuheisel has been able to do in the past 2 games? Does that if you're a booster or if you're in a position to hire an offensive coordinator on your staff, is Jerry Neuheisel a name that you call?
Right now, I will give him for UCLA. Like anywhere else, you got to kind of wait because this is his first time calling plays. He's a tight end coach.
But he's beaten two legit teams. Well, Michigan State really isn't legit.
Yeah, Michigan State is okay. They were 3-2. Now they're 3-3. I just need to see more. But for UCLA, you like, hey, whatever coach that's we bringing in here, let's keep this young guy around because he might be the future. But remember to make sure you guys follow us on social media, the Misfits Live. Follow my guy Elam Square, myself, Mykell, the PG, and everybody hates. They say terrible takes. My takes age the best. My takes are fine wine.
They age like milk in the sun, bro. Your takes age like goat milk in the Iraqi sun, bro.
What take did I pick OKC to win last year? I said the Chiefs would make it back to the
Bro,
Super Bowl.
a broken clock is right twice a day, man.
Hey, I'm a
You
great.
get one right every
I
so
guess I'm
often.
a Rolex. I'm gonna be a Rolex broken clock. So
No, you more
shout out
of
to
a
Champion.
Timex.
What do you say, referring to their lady? You know my girl Kel, right? That dude is funny. Too bad Champion don't have a girl, so he's at home sitting by himself in the dark watching us. But we appreciate you being here with us. But man, some great college football. UCLA, they got Maryland next. Let's see if they can keep it going. Some good football, and I love it, man. But let's get to the hoops. Let's get to the hoops here in LA. Preseason basketball it was in LA Sunday night. You had 2 games going. You had the Lakers play against Golden State. You had the Clippers against the Nuggets. And I want to start with the Clippers because I think that the Clippers are really primed to make a run this season. They come in, they break the Utah Jazz's record for the oldest roster at 33.2 is the average
How'd that
age.
turn out for her? How'd that turn out for Utah?
Yeah, but see, it's different times though, because I really like what Kawhi Leonard has looked like in training camp and now playing in the preseason games. He just looks healthy. Like he said,
When was the last time Kawhi Leonard played 82?
He don't need to play 82. Long as he plays 70 games, I think
they're going to win. He played 70?
They're going to win 50. And I'm going to mention it. Was 2019. And I think that we have a chance to see 2019 Kawhi Leonard, and that Kawhi Leonard won an NBA championship, knocking off the Warriors. And I really think that the reason why I think he has a great chance with that, their team has so much depth that they're going to be able to, like, all right, tonight we can only play you. We'll play you 22 minutes because.
So you telling me Kawhi Leonard has gotten healthier in 6 years? Kawhi Leonard has gotten healthier.
Finally healthy. I think he's fine. He
was finally healthy at the beginning of last season.
Nah, he wasn't healthy. Remember, he wasn't playing.
As long as you're banking, as long as you're banking on the health of the LA Clippers, you are always and perpetually going to be in the position of watching the Lakers have championship parades down Figueroa in June. The Clippers aren't winning anything. I'm not fooled.
They don't have a chance.
Look, they had a chance last year. They had a chance when freaking Blake Griffin is
this year is different. I like Zubac. I think Zubac is going to be an all-NBA guy. Probably be third team, but it's all-NBA. I really love the pickup of Brook Lopez. He gives them a stretch big. Like they've been playing 6'7", 6'8" guys guarding Jokic because they had nobody else other than Zubac. Now you have a Brook Lopez, Bradley Beal. Once he gets healthy, he's going to help. You got
how did Bradley Beal do in Phoenix? What did Bradley Beal do in Phoenix?
He didn't fit there. Here,
he fits here. He fits here.
He fits better with the Clippers. Much better with the Clippers. So I really like what they got going, man. As of course, you can't predict health, and they have to be healthy. But if they are healthy, they are going to be a team to be reckoned with in the Western Conference. But the Lakers,
you know which 2 teams lead the odds for winning the finals this year, right?
Oklahoma City and who? Denver?
No. It's the Lakers and the Clippers.
Those win?
Those are the 2 favorite teams to win the championship this year.
Vegas is out of their damn mind. I'm picking OKC, Denver, hell, maybe even the Knicks. I just don't. You already know how I feel about with Bron. Like, I don't think a 40. What is he going to be? 41, 42?
42, I think.
You can't win. He's already hurt. He's a pain in the ass, and he's dealing with pain in his ass. Yeah. So I just don't know.
Well, I think he probably went to like a
Russian trip.
I don't want to say a celebratory party, but there was word that a certain somebody had charges brought against them, and they beat them. So maybe they were out celebrating, and that's how they got the pain, in the butt.
Or somebody was saying him golfing may have hurt him with his age and things like that. But to switch gears from the Clippers to the Lakers, I really like what I'm seeing from the Clippers with the Lakers. It's just wait and see because we don't know how LeBron is going to be fitting in. Luka and LeBron hasn't really been on the practice court. I remember
It
DeAndre
don't
Ayton
matter,
coming out
man.
and
It
saying,
don't
like,
matter.
I
This
haven't
is
really
Luca's
been.
team. This is Luca's team.
Yeah,
LeBron got to fit into that. If he can't, then LeBron is gonna want to get moved. If the Lakers aren't winning at the level that LeBron thinks that they should be, he's
do
gonna
it.
request a trade. And listen, whatever you can get for LeBron at this point, I'm
Do it.
saying take it. Good riddance. Let him go.
Yeah.
Focus on Luka.
It's Luca's team. It's Luca's time. And, Rich Paul, I saw a report that said Rich Paul came out and was like, with his time off, he's going to evaluate, what's going on with the team and make his decision from there. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. But the Lakers, they picked up the win. Rui had 16 points. Austin Reeves doing what he does. Somebody said a comparison with Austin Reeves. I want to see what your thoughts on it. They say he gives you some Jamal Crawford like with his abilities.
No, that's blasphemous.
That was, they said JJ Redick and Phil Handy also said that's what they see from him. But
I like his game. I like his
yeah.
game, but to put him in the same realm as Jay Crossover is, a 6
I
man.
think that's more of his lane. I think like them starting him is just because, okay, he got game, the fans love him. But I think if he played more of a 6-man role, that it will benefit the Lakers
I don't
even
think
more.
he's instant offense. That's the thing. He's not instant offense.
I think
He's
he
a
can
great.
be.
I think he's
In
a
this era of basketball, he is instant offense. Like
instant. No, he's not instant offense.
I think
instant
so.
offense is Klay, Thompson, a microwave.
Not this Klay Thompson.
Not this one, but I'm talking
Okay.
instant offense.
Yeah.
But I don't see that. I don't see that out of Austin. Austin is not coming in the game and just boom, I just got 10 points in 5 minutes, in 10 minutes. He's not giving you that.
They haven't really played him off the bench, so he's on the floor with LeBron, AD, or on the floor with LeBron and Luka, to where he pretty much has to wait his turn.
But one of them is going to be on the floor regardless.
Yeah, but at least if you put him in and you like, all right, Bron, we're going to slide you to the wing and then let Austin, do his thing.
Not happening. LeBron is not letting that happen. LeBron is not letting that happen.
They got to make something happen. But Jared Vanderbilt, he's looking healthy. DeAndre Ayton, he's looking solid. I can't wait to see Luka with him because we know how Luka elevates these bigs. But man, I'm just happy.
I'm surprised you didn't say Marcus Smart.
No, I like Marcus Smart. That's why I think they should start. Like if it was up to me, if it was Coach Kell running the Lake Show, it'd be Luka, it'd be Marcus Smart. It'd probably be either Vando or Laravia. I might like Laravia because he can stretch the floor a little better. But Vando, I can like. Then I will have Rui and no, I will go Luka, Marcus Smart, Rui, Bron, and Aiden. That'll be my 5. Then off the bench, you have Austin Reeves, you have Laravia, Jackson Hayes, Gabe Vincent, just to give them a little more firepower off the bench and give those guys space to where LeBron, Luka, and Austin Reeves don't have to share the floor at the same time because they all want to do the same thing, which is get the ball, pick and roll, or go one-on-one and try to score. So that's what I want. But the preseason don't really give you too much, but you're seeing some things. The question that people are asking, this is year 2 for Bronny James, Elam. And
get rid of him. He sucks. He's trash. He can't do anything. Bye. Next.
Okay. Oh, you don't think he's a pro?
No.
You don't think he's gonna get his?
No.
Because people are mad because the Bucks have just signed 2 of Giannis's brothers, and everybody on X. I'm going back and forth with them. Like, man, y'all not saying no nepotism with them, but it's like, bro, we clearly see what's going on with them. Neither of them were drafted to their teams. They were signed as free agents to sit on the bench, where Bronny was drafted, and it made a big story about it. And that's why people kind of was like, yo, and he averaged 4 points in college. But the question is he a pro in year 2?
No, he doesn't do anything elite. He's not an elite passer. He's not an elite shooter. He's not an elite defender. What does he do? I got to find the account on Instagram, But every time I see it, I just die of laughter. The dude is like, "Oh, look at Bronny James take the ball out the net." You know what I'm saying? That's that's all-star level, all-star level inbounding right there. And I'm just like, what does Bronny do?
He's
What
an
like,
elite inbounder. He's a 5-star inbounder, bro. Like
hey
you don't be
man,
seeing the spin on the ball
he's
when he
LeBron's
inbounded.
son. He's LeBron's son. Shout out to him being gainfully employed, but
Yeah.
that's where it
He
stops.
Yeah, he's as he's Bronny's, and we're gonna figure it out. He might be as silly as your guy Champion, who has some of the most trash jokes. Where's fantasy football at? 'Cause fantasy football jokes was hit way harder. His stuff had us like, man, wait, we might have to stop the show and get on him. You know what I'm saying? But you're failing right now, Champion. Get better.
I think
But
30 for 30. I wouldn't be surprised if it was the same person.
No, it might be. It might be. But shout out to them. They got enough time on their hands to create accounts just to talk to your favorite Misfits who, are here doing our thing on this Monday night. We thank you guys for tapping in. Make sure y'all follow all of the socials. Elam Square, Mykell the PG, and of course the Misfits Live. So we're gonna take you from LA. We're gonna take you to the W. We're gonna talk some women's basketball for you real hoop fans who watch men
Bah,
and women. We're gonna start
bah,
with the Aces, who swept
bah.
the Mercury to win their third title in 4 years. They looking very, very Chiefs-like with their performance. But
No, they're
shout
looking
out,
very Comets like. They're looking Laker like. They're looking
didn't the Comets win 4 straight? Ain't nobody like the Comets, bro. Nobody's
I
like the
mean,
Comets. They
listen, it's a
they
legit
cold.
dynasty in Vegas. It's a
No, yeah,
dynasty in
facts.
Vegas. And I think Asia Wilson, she's cementing herself as the best player to have ever played in the W. I
Mm.
won't say she's the best women's basketball player ever because Cheryl Miller existed, and I have seen some tape on her. Cheryl Miller was different, but
Stop playing. We can't
no, I
act
have
like
seen
Maya Moore don't exist,
Maya
bro.
Moore was
Boy.
not better than Cheryl Miller, dude.
Maya Moore have
No,
6 championships if she didn't retire for love.
like I said, Maya Moore was not a better player than Cheryl Miller.
I don't know. I don't know.
Cheryl Miller was legit giving buckets to dudes.
She was
Legit buckets.
Jordan, Maya Moore, Kobe playing against better players. But with the Aces, you're looking at an all-time great in Asia Wilson, all-time great when it comes to Coach Becky Hammond, that team, Chelsea
Chelsea Gray,
Gray with Jackie
Jackie
Young.
Young,
You lose. Why can't
KP.
Kelsey Plum, you bring in Jewel Lloyd and they don't miss a beat and they win another championship. This team was 14-14. People were like, they might miss the playoffs if things go wrong. And they won the WNBA championship. You just got to give kudos to Asia. How many people can say my guy is in the league and I am better than him? That is a crazy flex
Uh,
for Asia
I
Wilson.
wouldn't say she's better than him. She
Man,
she's a more prominent player on her team, but let's not act
she's
like Bam
more
Adebayo.
accomplished. She
Let's
is.
not act like Bam Adebayo don't have a gold medal. He
He
hasn't represented his
Asia
country.
has
Let's not act.
two.
I understand that. I understand that. But if the two of them faced off, she's not beating Bam. She's not.
We need to reach out to both of them and talk to them because I'm pretty sure they play ones, and I know she done got him. But
Nah.
shout out to the Aces, man. They had another championship. They are the class in Las Vegas right now. Like I know the hockey team won one, but they ain't been this successful. The Raiders ain't really done much out there, and the A's are coming there and they stink. So shout out to the Aces who are holding that city down, playing some great basketball, making it
But
3 out of 4.
I don't know if you noticed this, but when
Okay.
Asia took the actual trophy from the commissioner and all the
Ooh.
boos that
Yeah.
Kathy got, if you could say anything to your employer, what would you say to them?
I would say Run me my money. That's all it is about. Give me the bread. Stop playing with me. Don't talk to me about. I don't even like talking to anybody. Just pay. I'm like Marshawn. You know why I'm here. So that's probably what be on mine is run me my money. You know why I'm here. But yeah, the beef is real. Like that whole Nafisha Collier and Kathy that beef is real. But what would you say, Elam, if you had to write something to your employer? What would that
I'm
sound
gonna
like?
pick a previous employer, and I'm gonna say them by name. Ricky Pring. I thought he was the
Ooh.
most incompetent leader in the army that there was. I thought he was a dirt bag. I thought he was just terrible, just all around scum. And I wanted to punch him so badly. I wanted to put a bullet in his brain, bro. But
Ooh.
I wanted to come home. So yeah, Ricky Preem. I hope you somewhere sick, destitute. Um, you in Erickson. I don't know his first name, but Ricky Preem, yeah, you're definitely a dirtbag, bro.
It's crazy. I never really had beef with employers because I really didn't care too much. I'm like, I'm only here to get this check, so I'm chilling. But what Kathy is going through in the WNBA, I think most likely they're going to lock out. And after a deal is signed, it's going to lead to the pushing out of Kathy as the commissioner, and somebody else is going to be in that seat. So that whole situation is crazy. But Asia Wilson and the Aces, they don't care. They just stacking up chips. And now they like
with the
now
new
pay us.
CBA, with the new CBA, there is going to be at
Okay.
least one player that gets $1 million contract. At least one.
Oh yeah, and if the first one better be Asia Wilson, like she has to be. She is the star of stars in the WNBA. She is the best
I wouldn't say
player.
the stars, but she's a
Caitlin
star.
Clark is the superstar, but I'm talking about on the floor when you want to watch great hoop. I want to see Asia because it's going to be defense, it's going to be offense, it's going to be winning, everything that you want to see out of a basketball player. When it comes to Caitlin Clark, hell, I prefer to see Paige Beckers come out there and give you 50 in the different ways that she scored compared to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark just fits that Midwest woman, and we know what those women look like. So people want to elevate that woman, and that's why she gets the love
Milk
that
it,
she
milk
gets.
it, milk it.
Yeah, So that's where the love is. But I think that the WNBA is in a great place right now. As long as they can keep the momentum going and get that money in there rolling and the new TV deals and stuff like that, by the time Juju gets to the W and takes it over, it's gonna already be in a great spot. So shout out to the WNBA. If you didn't check out any WNBA action, your Misfits. We be in the building covering the Sparks, covering the W. So make sure y'all tap in with us. Go look at some of our old stuff. We got some great content from this season from the W with the Misfits, baby. We got that for you. Anything else on that end, Elam, when it comes to the
Nah,
W?
nah. You already know how I feel about the W. W is the
Yep.
W.
So let's take it away from sports. Of course, we know the NFL is going crazy. We're getting closer to the World Series in baseball. The NBA season nears. We talked to you about the Clippers and Lakers. We're going to start making our predictions on what we expect in the coming weeks. But we got to talk about people facing L's. We know the Mercury just faced their L. Your boy Drake, he continues to face an L in the most prolonged ass whooping I've ever seen.
He is the most
Uh,
prolific loser of all time,
all
bro.
time, bro. And the lawsuit was dismissed over the Not Like Us diss track. That the lawsuit towards UMG. Of course, Drake team is gonna come out and say we're gonna appeal, but everybody's talking about the dismissal because most people saw this coming. Elam, before I tackle it, what's your thoughts on everything that's going on with Drake and the dismissal?
You know what? I thought it was very on brand. Uh, UMG wasn't going to lose this battle. I think they had too much dirt on Drake.
Mm-hmm.
So everything that Drake was going to bring up, UMG would have said, "Hey, we've utilized this same process to prop up your career."
Mm-hmm.
So outside of that, I really didn't, think there was too much. But the crazy thing was, I remember talking to a handful of Drake fans that I knew about
Okay.
this battle, and when I heard "Not Like Us," I was like, "This is not only has Kendrick killed Drake with the pen, but this
Mm-hmm.
right here is a certified banger." And my boy Showtime out in VA was like, "Man, nobody's gonna listen to this song. It's a terrible song." And I was
Boy,
like,
was he
"Dude."
wrong.
I was like, "Bro, this is the coldest take I have ever heard." And I would
Man,
send him, like the sound scan numbers, the the Billboard charts, around the world. Like, dog, this is the number one song on the planet. And
fact.
so, do I think that there probably could have been some bots behind the scene? Very much so, right? Do I think that there's some pay to play to get spins on the radio? Very much so. But when you hear a song that is just like, "Oh, this is a banger," you don't
Mm-hmm.
have to do that. You don't have
Yeah,
to do it. And this battle was on the forefront of everybody's like mind. It was on
yeah.
everybody's Twitter feed. It was on everybody's Instagram feed. And so what transpired, I thought it was, I wouldn't be surprised if it was organic, but
It
Kendrick
was.
just annihilated him. Kendrick
No, yeah,
annihilated him.
and it was clearly that's what made it tough because, of course, do I think numbers were pushed into it? Drake would know why because most of his career, though, UMG was doing the same thing for him, and people came out saying that UMG would have me change my verse. They wouldn't put out a song. Pusha T had a song with Pop Smoke that they wouldn't put out because they thought he was dissing Drake, and Drake had that power. He got upset because y'all did this to me. Y'all only supposed to show me this love, but you couldn't deny Not Like Us. It was too organic right off the jump. That whole weekend had everybody playing. It is the perfect song for the sports world. Not Like
For
Us. When you
anything, for
win,
any
yeah,
scenario.
yeah, any scenario, you are telling teams that you're not like us. You go to the club, you with the bros, you looking at other crews like y'all not like us. And it was DJ Mustard, it was Kendrick. We hadn't heard that blend together. You see how successful TV off got after it. So not like us was the perfect storm, and it just showed that the man is just he just don't know how to take a loss. He's the worst sore loser. But I got more people to blame because it's not just Drake. Drake is a lot. Who do we always compare Drake and his fans to? Which
LeBron.
other guy?
LeBron.
LeBron, right?
LeBron.
LeBron, like Drake, they look at social media. So they allow people on social media to pump their head up. And everybody was coming out saying that, y'all, man, it's no way this song is doing his numbers. You should take him to court. Charlemagne said it. Like, man, he gonna take him to court, and he did exactly that because he really thought that, hey, this guy is defaming me, not realizing that, yo, this is hip hop. Do you know the crazy things that's been
But
said in these hip hop
but
disses?
even more than that, I'm like, Kendrick is too astute. I
Yeah.
think the dude probably went to his lawyers, was like, "Hey,
Can I
could I
say
get
this?
sued for any of this? Like, is this
Yeah.
cool?"
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, "Oh, okay, yeah, we could argue this, we could argue that." It was a landslide. Like, this right here is one of those sweeps where it's just like, dog, just let it go. Like, everything you do, you just make it worse. Every time you bring it up, people are like, "Oh yeah, let me go spin Not Like Us. Let me go spin, Family Matters. Let me go spin,"
He
you know what I'm
won't let
saying?
it
Like,
die.
he
Yeah.
won't let it die.
Yeah, he won't let it die. Every time something is brought up in a lawsuit, every time it's something brought up related to it. Hell, I went after the dismissal. I went to go run it up. Like, oh, I need to run this up because what he's trying to do to hip hop is have them regulate your words and what you can say. They already go through a process. He wants them to do it even more. So this was a win for hip hop I feel when it comes to battles and things
You
like
could
that.
tell Drake, and this is why I think Drake is such a manufactured artist. You could
Mm,
tell he's never really lost anything. He like this battle right here showed me Drake probably has never been in a fight.
yeah,
He's never been in a rap battle. You know what I'm saying? Like he's
a
so
real rap
accustomed
battle.
to getting everything his way, right?
Hmm.
And the first time, the one time things don't go his way, he's ready to crash out and try to bring down the entire system. And it's like, dog, like it's an L. Move on. Move
Yeah.
on.
And that's another thing that hurt him too, is that the fact that Kendrick, everything he did was just low key, nonchalant. So it made you like, yo, what's about to happen next? To where Drake was on social media, he's sitting down with these streamers. He got Akadiddy coming out saying things that's clearly on his behalf. Aiden Ross is coming
Ross,
out
yeah.
and saying things on his behalf. Like, sometimes it's good to just duck off, be quiet, and do your own thing. And
You,
move in
you know
silence,
what's
like
you know
and
what's
he just
crazy?
didn't do that.
You know what's
What's up?
crazy? I think Drake is looking for the validation that his dad never gave him.
That's deep right there.
And that's,
That's deep.
he wants to belong, he wants to be accepted, he wants to be loved, and he's looking for it in
Yeah.
all the places other than his dad. Like Dennis needs to like really spend some time with his son and lock in and just like tell him like, son, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
Even, what I'm saying, if you never
You
sell
don't need these
another record,
validations.
yeah, he's looking for the validation of like in everyone else. And
Of
it's like the
losers.
only person that could really give it to him is his dad.
Yeah, he's looking for the validation of a bunch of losers that I go back and forth with on X to tell them why this whole time why Kendrick won the battle, that Drake was just clearly outclassed lyrically, styles, the music, um, everything, and his fans are a big reason why the L hurts that much more, because they are crashing out online with everything that they are doing, and they become a part of it, and they're not letting it die down, just like him and his team won't. He needs to just do what everybody said after the battle: duck off for 6, 8 months, a year,
He
come
can't
back
do that.
with
He's
with, with,
he's like
with a
LeBron.
fire
He's gotta
album.
be in the limelight. He's
No,
gotta
I
be in the
know that's the
spotlight.
problem.
Drake
Yeah,
cannot duck off. He can ill afford to
yeah,
do it. Because if Drake disappears for 6 to 8 months and nobody's talking about him when he comes back, you already know how I feel about him. He's a culture vulture. So he doesn't have a style. He doesn't have anything that he can go back to where it's like, oh, this is going to sell, this is going to hit. 6 to 8 months, that'll be a death sentence for Drake.
we'll see. But he took another L with the case being dismissed. I see our guy Champion is still in the chat there. So shout out to Champion. He mentioned Bad Bunny, and he said, "Do you think Bad Bunny will bring out Drake at the Super
Nah, I
Bowl?"
don't think Drake.
Hell to
I
the
don't think
no.
bad. I don't think Bad Bunny. It's going to be Bad Bunny's moment. He's not
Yeah,
going to share it with nobody else.
yeah. Like, he's gonna be like, man, this is all me. I want y'all to rock with me. Like Puerto Rico, a lot of people out there don't even know that Puerto Rico and the United States are one. So people are like, man,
It's a
how they gonna get so?
territory.
Yeah, it's a territory.
Not that
Like,
they're one. It's a territory.
no,
They're
yeah, it's a
American.
territory. Yeah. So they're American. So a lot of people are, they're feeling some type of way about it. But hey, this country is full with a bunch of Spanish speakers, and I know that the MAGA crew is a little upset and pissed off. But it's Bad Bunny. Like, everybody know that Kendrick and Drake is big.
You know what? You know what's crazy? They're the MAGA crew is talking about that they're going to have a halftime show to combat the Bad Bunny joint. And I'm
Which
like,
is
who the heck are you
hilarious.
going to get? Who are you going to Taylor Swift?
They
Do you
about
go
to
get
get
Taylor
Garth
Swift?
Brooks.
Do you get
She
like,
gonna be at the
you
Super
know,
Bowl watching her man play. Like, she
no,
can't.
Chiefs are not going to be there. It's like, do you go get Travis Tritt? Do you go get Shabuzi? Like who do you get
Yeah,
to combat the freaking halftime show at the
yeah,
Super
Super
Bowl?
Bowl with Bad Bunny. Like that. That's the question that we need to put out there to the MAGAs. Who the champion? You're probably a MAGA supporter. who do you guys go and get to watch a Super Bowl halftime show, like, of your own? So Champion, let us know who is the person that you want to see the most, because I don't know who they're going to lean on. You said Shabuzi, that might be a good one, just so they can be, oh, look at, he's black, which they can try to throw out there. But people going to be tapping into Bad Bunny because it's going to be Latino women dancing out there. His music, you better learn your Spanish. If not, just vibe out to the sound. Get you a little salsa dancing. Like, it's gonna be a vibe, And for me, I expect it to be a bounce back Super Bowl performance for a certain team. So I'm all for whatever the Super Bowl has to offer. But yeah, you won't see Drake there anytime. See, Champion, I knew you was part of that crew. That man said Lil Nas
That's
X.
very on brand. It's
Very on brand. Yeah, you got a purple, pinkish name tag with the C. So yeah, Lil Nas X seems very like, we probably want Lil Nas X and RuPaul to be there with him. But yeah, that's crazy. But I can't, Super Bowl's coming up quickly, but there's going to continue to be discussions about it and things like that. But Bad Bunny is Bad Bunny. He's probably top 3, top 5 artists in the world. And
I don't think it's that low. I think Bad Bunny, when it comes to like international sales,
yeah,
I think he probably like 1, if not 2. Internationally,
he's up there.
Bad Bunny moves units. Bad Bunny moves units.
Crazy units. Somebody in the chat said Kodak Black. My man's might pass out on stage.
That would never happen.
Never happen. He gonna lean with it, rock with it all the way off the stage, and they gonna have to be like, yo, he ain't even saying nothing. Hey, one thing I gotta say is that we might have escaped a terrible halftime show. Like, shout out to Wayne, and I know he wanted to perform in the state, but his performances after were terrible.
No.
He is not. He's never been a live performer.
No,
and that would have been terrible.
That would have been the ultimate like liability. That would have been a step in the wrong direction. You telling me Lil Wayne?
Yeah.
No.
And people got to remember that the Super Bowl halftime show is not really about those in the building. Most of them people in there got money. Their job sent them there to show love and all that. It wasn't going to be no real New Orleans inside the building.
And what's crazy is like having covered, 3 Super Bowls, it's so many empty seats. So many empty seats, dude. I'm like, dog, like these tickets are 15 bands and you're not even coming. Like, bro, you could have went outside and gave it, to some kids away. Like, hey, go enjoy yourself.
I think Bad Bunny is going to be a great one. And we just going to have to wait and see. But it's that time, man. It's that time for political.
¿Tú practicas su español?
Poquito.
No. No.
I'll be on my what you call Duolingo. But it don't give you exactly what you need, but to advance me that fast. But I'm gonna get there. Next year I might be performing the words too. You never know. So shout out Champion. Do you speak Spanish? Is Champion a Spanish speaker? Let us know, man. And maybe you might be on stage performing with Bad Bunny. You never know. But we got political E, and E is some things we got to talk to before we get up out of here. Shout out to everybody that's tapping in. We got us some good numbers tonight. Remember, you can follow, and please go and follow at the Misfits Live. Go and follow Elam Squared and Mykell the PG. We got our guy Jude. We got our whole crew. So go and follow. It's gonna lead you to everybody that's rocking with
the West Coast Wu-Tang.
The West Coast Wu and this media thing. So we appreciate you. Champion, you spelled my name wrong. And Purses, I don't do that. I leave that up to you and your generation of Uzi Vert fans and Young Thugs.
He said not Purses, that you pursue Bad Bunnies.
Pursue? No, I don't pursue them. I get them. I don't have to pursue them. They get got. So I never had to worry about that. If you need some game, Champion, I got you. If you want to walk around with you a beautiful lady, I'm the guy to talk to get the job done. What's that movie with Will Smith? What's the movie? Hitch. Hitch. I am like Hitch. So tap in with your boy. Hit us up in the DMs, champion. Let's change your life one day at a time. But political E, we got some things going on. What you want to tackle first, man?
You know what? There's a there's something I think everybody needs to be paying attention to. It's a court case in the Supreme Court, Louisiana versus Calais. Now, if you don't know, there were a group of voters in Louisiana who brought a case, to the court that they've accepted that could ultimately change and transform not only the landscape of what this country looks like, but how voting is conducted. So this group of voters, constituents in Louisiana, said that Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act is giving unfair preferential treatment based on race to black voters. Now, on face value, they have a legitimate argument, especially since the case that went to the Supreme Court about Harvard and admissions. And so when the Voting Rights Act was passed, when it was signed, it was intended to give black voters an opportunity to have a voice, to participate in the legislative process, and to have representation in Congress. Now, in the event that the court overturns this, we're potentially looking at 27 seats in the House of Representatives that would go to a particular party. I'm not gonna sit up here and predict which, but 27 seats that could ultimately transform the landscape of politics as we know it, because then it would all but essentially ensure that there's one political party, and in the off chance that another political party was elected to the presidency, they wouldn't be able to do anything because they wouldn't be able to get the support in Congress to pass or enact any type of legislation. So wherever you stand on this political spectrum, whether you're a Democrat, Republican, whether you're a libertarian, an anarchist, you're indifferent, you're independent, I implore you, I educate you. I encourage you to educate yourself on this particular issue, because this court case is going to have long lasting implications, not only in your life, but that of your children and your children's children. So Louisiana versus Calais, pay attention. There's so much happening in our society, in our nation. And you know me, I'm all about nuance. So I encourage you to get out of your thought silos and echo chambers and find somebody who does not agree with you, who does not see the world through the same prism or lens that you do, and find a way to build inroads and reach across the aisle, because our democracy, if we even have one anymore, is going to depend on it. You
Sorry
on
about
mute,
that.
bro.
It could be lost, but if you don't know, look up the Voting Act of 1965 to see exactly what it is. And you can read and understand why it's so important that if something like the Voting Act gets overturned, things can go into all chaos and it can be crazy. So we're gonna, something that we're gonna be following here, of course, with the Misfits. You get sports, you get entertainment, you get politics, you get how to pick up ladies. We're gonna help our guy Champion pick up some ladies. So we do it all here with the Misfits live. What else you got, Elam?
You know what? There's also one other thing. I don't know if you are hip, but CBS just purchased the free press. That's huge. Bari Weiss becomes editor in chief at CBS. Now, why does this matter? Because it's
Political
a
control.
condensing. It's a condensing of the opportunity to engage the political realm in a non-biased, non-partisan manner. Bari is going to be Larry's puppet. Bari is going to espouse the rhetoric and the beliefs and the opinions of one particular group. They're not like I don't think news is unbiased as is. As a master's graduate of Annenberg, learning about the corporate entities and the corporate influence in our media, it's just becoming even more blatant. There are, I want to say, a handful of billionaires that control all of the media that we see. And so you have a condensing of even more. You know what I'm saying? The free press didn't have a billionaire, but now that CBS owns it, they are going to have to espouse the beliefs and opinions of their ownership. Now, why is this important to you? Because some of you think news is fake. Cool. Not a problem. I can see your argument. There are some of you who are like, hey, I believe everything that I see on the news. Cool. I understand why you believe that. Not a problem. But what you have to understand is that a journalist's job, their primary function is to gather facts, not opinions, to gather facts and to present those facts. You are supposed to write articles based on where the facts lead you, right? This is not what's happening. This is not what's happening. We are having a condensing, right? There is very few outlets to where there are true independent journalists who are able to write what happens. That matters. That matters because what you read, what you hear, what you see on your TikTok feed, on your Instagram feed, on your X feed, if it's all controlled by billionaires, you're getting a very curated response to the world. And so, excuse me, it's important. So I encourage you to find independent journalists that that prove themselves trustworthy. Do your own research. Verify everything. Don't take anything for face value.
Yeah.
Verify
That's
everything.
the number one thing. That's the number one thing. Research it for yourself so that you know it's real, because when deals like this happen, they can sell anything to you. It's like what they say in music, and people talk about industry plants and they just throw that word around, but it's real because they want to get certain messaging out to you so that you will be a certain way or stuck in a certain mode. So
it's
that's why
crazy.
a move like
It's
this is
crazy.
crazy.
It's crazy because our Secretary of War, because that's what it's called now. It's no longer the Secretary of Defense. The Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, right? He is demanding that outlets that come and you know to the Pentagon's press conferences, they have to report according to what he wants. Now it's crazy because Newsmax, which is a super right-wing news outlet, is saying we're not doing that. So now you have Newsmax, Fox News, CNN, CBS, ABC, Washington Post. They're all saying no, we're not signing this edict, right? And we're going to report the facts. Again, I keep telling you all,
Protect the facts.
the First Amendment is the foundation of our democracy. If we do not have a free press, if we do not have the right to free speech, free press, freedom of religion, I'm telling you right now, every amendment that comes after one can be whittled away. First Amendment, you have the Second Amendment to protect the first, and everything builds off of that. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not trying to tell you how to think, what to think, how to vote, but I am imploring you, I'm encouraging you, I am begging you to please stay informed.
Yeah, and that's what you got to make sure that you're tapped in. That's why I feel, dumb it down a little bit. That's why I
Shout out to
think like
Lupe.
the shout out to Lupe. That's why I feel like the situation with like Drake and UMG and Kendrick was so big because you don't want them to be able to dictate the things that you can say or want to say, because then it's like, okay, we're going to dictate every little thing to where now you only can talk about this, say these words, and that's what's going on with these companies refusing to sign the Pentagon Press. They said, we want to spread the truth to the people. I know y'all rather give people what y'all want to give them, but we want to spread the truth to the people. And if y'all going to hate that, we're going to refuse to sign this ordeal. But hey, it's been a good one. A great Monday night. We had great football. The Dodgers win. The Mariners up 2-0 doing their part. They're going to ruin my Toronto Dodgers prediction, but we'll see once they go back to
But
Toronto.
we're all used to that. You're like, again, you're only right, twice a day, man. You're a broken clock. But
Hey,
we are the Misfits, where we encourage you not to fit in, but find a way to
yeah.
stand out. This is Mykell the PG right here. You can find him on all social media at Mykell the PG. This is Mr. MLB Bro, FI360, Culver City Observer, the Sporting Tribune. I'm your guy, 5-star E. The Sporting
Ooh.
Tribune. You can find my work, Culver City Observer, FI360. Catch me on all social media at Elam Squared. Until next week, we're out of here.
Hey, remember this. Be a champ. Don't be a chump. Peace out, baby.